Hello. Welcome to my desk and to my live stream. I have I have not been live streaming for quite a while, and I think that I should because it scares. I find it scary. And I think I find it scary because I think it's a little bit stressful. But the longer I wait, the more I procrastinate it. So I thought that I at least once in a while should jump on live and see how it goes. Hello, Teresa. Hi. Good morning. Are you awake right now? Oh my God, I deliberately chose this hour because I was thinking then maybe there won't be so many awake, to watch my my live stream. It must be very early where you are. But I'm thinking that the longer I wait to go on live, the more scarier it becomes. So, oh man, that's early. I'm in Denmark where it's like half an hour past noon. So I think, at least 6 hours in time difference. Today, I'm going to work in these little books because I watched Colleen and Kathy Berg, and they were talking about doing artwork in these tiny, tiny binders. And as soon as they said it, I was like, yes, yes, because I was gifted these by Kathy Berg, and I have been using them a little bit, but not a lot. So, yeah, it's lunchtime in Denmark. So, but yeah, I'm really fond about these binders, and I did try to. It's just an ATC that I punched holes in. I did try to utilize it for my Inktober way back in 2019. And what I did was that I wrote down the prompts, and you know how it is. You trying to do a challenge, and then it lasts for what, a week or 10 days if you're lucky. And I don't know. Let's just see how many. That's day 7, day 9. Oh, I did good. I did more than 10 days. 11. Yeah, and now I think I slack it. Yeah. So what's left are the prompts up here, and then the prompt number. Oh, that's so bad. But I was thinking that I don't want to disturb this page spread right here because this year's Inktober, I could actually just continue where I left off in 2019 and then just go with the prompts that's up here. And we'll see, maybe in 4 years, I will have finished 30 prompts in this tiny binder. But this binder is just perfect for Inktober, for me at least, because it's just so tiny, no pressure. So all of these pages are blank, right? And there's a bunch in there. Then the second binder, I thought it was so cute to use, the ATC matted on a black mat, giving it a frame, looking so cool. So a lot of these page dividers, they are divided into, okay, Teresa, like hands, feet, and what was the last one? Eyes. Yeah, because I wanted to practice just sketching hands, feet, and eyes. And as usual, I start something and then let it go after a while. Oh my God, there's like cobweb up here. How great is that? Because it just goes to show that they have been collecting dust for a while. So it is so awesome that Kathy Berg and Colleen reminded me about, this binder, that, and of course we should do some work in it. And then here is another ATC card where I attached some, what's it called? A transparency sheet on it. And I like that feeling, a plastic surface. So let's see if we can flip it. These eyelets that I use, they do it a little bit difficult to flip back and forth. So you have to force it a little bit. But I so love these clusters of just random things, and then it's cut up in squares. So I think maybe I should do more of this for this small binder. Oh, I sure have done a lot of feet, right? Yeah, I hate doing feet. Look, there's no feet at all here. It's just what an awesome flip through. And this is stuck together a little bit. Oh, here we go. I adore that Art Deco style scrapbook paper that I got right there. It's really nice. Eyes? Oh, come on, Lena. There have to be like at least one eye. Yeah, here we go. Eyes is not so intimidating compared to feet. I think this is a toad. A puffle? And poofle? Oh, a poofle is just an imaginary creature. And this should be a chameleon. I used my letter stamps to stamp out what it was, and I think it looks cute. Fantasy, and then a real practice of an eye. I should have dated these, right? Since apparently I am more than 2, 3, 4 years between working in this. Oh my god, I can't even recognize any of these drawings. Okay, it just goes on. Yeah, I really like the eyes, I guess. Sideways. Oh, there's something off right here. That's so fun when you look at old drawings where you can see how you have done things differently if you had to do it today. Oh, this is cool. Love it a lot. Love those colors. Okay, that's the last one. But these binders are so, so cute. So I was really cheering when Kathy Berg and Colleen were flipping out there. They have like transparency binders that they're working in. And I think um, I want to be inspired by a YouTuber called Mary Ellis. She recently uploaded. Okay, Colleen was talking about, hey, when you're working with small pages like this, you could actually take out a bunch and then lay them next to each other and then work on this giant sheet and get like 10 pages done in once. And I thought that that's an awesome idea because the thing is that it gets a little bit cramped if you're just working on one page in this book. And I think that's why it's much easier to take the page out, right? So I was watching this YouTuber called Mary Ellis, and she did just that. She took a sheet of paper and then she drew in some squares. You could say like thumbnails. I think she had like 6 or 8. I don't know. I can't really remember. And I should remember because I watched it yesterday. But anyway, she took a big sheet of paper and then worked in tiny squares. So I was thinking, I want to do the approach that Colleen talked about them gluing in pages on a big sheet and then work on top of them, and then when they're done, it's a little bit like the ATC magic, when you are cutting up your ATC cards, the abstraction just gets more presented more better. I mean, it's just more delightful. So hopefully that will work. So what I did was that I took this chipboard and then I glued in several of these tiny binder pages. And because it's the first time that I'm working like this, I'm testing out. Okay, let me see. Why am I wonky? Okay, I have to adjust the camera. I gotta move the stuff around. Okay, now it's not wonky for you guys, but it's totally wonky for me. Okay, first I attached the pages by just putting in double-sided tape on the back. So you can kind of work on the full sheet, right? Then I attached just the top of the page because I don't really know how the the tape is going to release on this very thin paper. So it's just gonna give me like a tiny border on top here. And then on the last row down here, I totally framed in a square of the page. And I think I will have to like beat it so hard with my heat gun to release the tape from where the holes are punched into the margin. So it's a tester, But I definitely like that it's squared in because removing the tape when you're working on artwork just give it that extra oomph, that extra look of being finished. So hopefully I will achieve that same effect with the square compared to up here. So yeah, we're gonna work with this. Mary Ellis on YouTube, what she did was that she roamed her room and took out all the art supplies that she haven't been working with for a while, and all the different medias just had to work together for her artwork. So I was thinking that was a fun idea. So I did the exact same. And in case that you're following along, you might end up with different supplies than what I got, right? So I think it's a fun challenge that you have to make it work. Like you could say like limited supply stash because you're only working with these things that you have not played with for a long time. So what I gathered from my room was this, and let's go through the stash. First of all, I got the scribble sticks from Dina Wakely. For some reasons, they were fun, when they were new, and they're just lying here. I tend to grab for my Neo 2 um, crayons instead of these sticks because the tip is rather firm. Maybe I should sharpen them and get some fresh stick exposed because maybe it has been like oxidated. Maybe that's why it's so, it just seems so hard and plasticky. And then I got this selection right here. I totally regret buying these markers. I thought when I bought these markers that I could use them for practicing brush letters because the tip of the marker is like a brush. Do I have, I need some paper I can sample it on. Okay, why is it always a quest to find a sheet of paper in my room? Isn't it crazy? I mean, I got so many art supplies and journals and stuff, but finding just a clean sheet of paper is always an obstacle. Okay, let me illustrate it in this random book here. Let's find a page that's okay next to this. The tip just frays on you. It's not nice to work with. Let me write hello. Okay, now it doesn't seem to fray. Isn't it typical when I have to demonstrate it? Oh, here we go. Can you see when it's used a little bit, then it's no longer holding up. So it's like this soft. You can't really control it. It doesn't stay. It doesn't stay firm like a Tombow marker does. So I tend to gravitate using my Tombows instead of these markers. So they have also been sitting around for a long time. Then Mary Ellis just mentioned the word China marker, and I was like, oh, I forgot about the China markers. What I recall about the China marker is that it leaves uh, a line of resist when you use the white. So instead of using like a colorless wax crayon like this one, you can use on white paper a white china marker, and then if you come over it with like watercolor, it will act as a resist. And then also this black one right here just goes on top, like where other pencils or crayons kind of give up layering. I think that you can always come back with an extra layer of this black china marker. I don't know what it's made of, but it's supposedly to be able to write on wood and glass and cellophane and metal. So it must have something like really sticky that can just penetrate a very smooth surface. So if you have burnished a lot on your drawing and then used up every tooth of the paper, it just seems like the black china marker still can find some sort of a grip, and then you can make one last application of black. And then I have this white Lyra pen. I was experimenting with a color that would beat, or get close to the white Prisma, but I have never found a pencil that's better than a white Prisma. And this is one of those pencils that I bought to test out, because Lyra is a brand that I have not seen getting many reviews on YouTube, so I didn't really know how opaque it was, but it's not fantastic. So that's why I have only used it once. I haven't even sharpened it. So it's also been lying around. So that's also a part of the stash that I dragged out for this. Let's see. Yes, they're better to color with than to write with. China markers are to mark China or to write on glass, so they are great. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, you have blue China markers. I only found them in black and white, but I have seen, like, I remember once I was interested in getting the full collection of the Stabilo all pencils, because I got a green and a red and a blue one. And then I did see that they come in other colors, those pens that are able to write on glass and metal and shiny surfaces. So, okay. And then back in 2017, I bought these mermaid markers from Jane Davenport. They were a bit expensive for me back then, but I justified it by thinking that, hey, you know what? When they're empty, I would have like a brush pen, so I could always reuse this um, container. Let's keep it real, people. It's been what, 6 years, and I have not emptied out a single one of these brush pens. Yeah, so they also need to be used up. Some of them actually got a ton left. I think they're a bit messy to work with, and like alcohol markers, they ghost through really badly because they're so pigmented. So I think that's what's keeping me from grabbing these, because when you work in a journal, if you can prevent ghosting on the backside of the page, I think it's preferable. And then I recently showcased this calligraphy ink set, and I talked about, oh, I need to use it. So I took it out. I was thinking maybe I could, like, um, you know, get some ink from this stick and then do some line sketch with calligraphy pens here. Let's see how it works. I don't think it's produced to be a mixed media tool, so I'm very interested in seeing the quality of this ink. Will it like layer on top of it's just questionable. But it's a fun set. And then I love gelatos so much, and they are a little bit expensive. They're a little bit pricey. So I wanted to just test out a similar brand from Amazon. So I went out and got this set of these gelatos. And if you don't have gelatos, I can say that these reminds me so much of the Tim Holt gel sticks. I don't have Tim Holt gel sticks, but I can see when people are layering them on that they're just as creamy as this gel stick right here. And now I say the word creamy. You know what? These are like super, super creamy. Now they have been in my stash for a little more than maybe 2 years. So they are kind of firming up a little bit and are not as creamy as when I first got them. So maybe they have now achieved that perfect consistent that makes it more controllable to work with them. I just felt that I was skating around the page with this lipstick creamy stick and it was impossible to layer and mix because imagine layering with a lip balm. I mean, that's how it felt when they were brand new. So it's going to be interesting to see if with time that they improve their, you know, their consistency. Okay, back in 2017, Jane Davenport released this set of power pastels, and it's actually just wax crayons. And it's like 6 years that they have been in my stash. These are the ones I kind of, I don't know why, but I lost the wrapping around them. I think I peeled it off because I was at that time melting them. But it's a mixture of Jane Davenport's crayons and then some inexpensive ones from the supermarket. And they just take a back seat of my stash supply for some reason, so I took them out. Let's try them out. Let's see. Maybe use baby oil. You can mix them. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could imagine that. But they're very like some of them are strongly pigmented and then some are really weak. So it's okay, they were like totally inexpensive. I mean, they're totally for kids, you know. You can probably eat them and won't even die from it. So they're just if you're used to Faber Castell's gelatos, and these are like really not so fun to work with. Okay, back to the haul from 2017. It also included these aqua pastels from Jane Davenport, which basically remind me a little bit about this water soluble crayon stick from Dina Weekly. But they too had some love when I first got them, and then suddenly they just took the backseat of my stash after I purchased the new color twos. So yeah, but I love the colors, and I think it's a good complementary to the Dina Wakley color scheme because these are more like you could say like basic colors, where the Dina Wakley sticks they come with additional bright colors that works really well. So yeah, I took out those two also. Okay, and then I have never been a sprayer of for some reason I just find it difficult to be creative with sprays. From way back from when I scrapbooked, I had this tattered angel glimmer mist. It's like a relic, like a dinosaur art supply. It totally have changed its color. I don't know if any of you guys recall this. It's called something with shell. What was it? Oh, it had a name. Tattered Angler Glimmer Mist. Crushed Shells, that was the name. If you have a bottle of crushed shell, you will remember that it wasn't this dark. This is almost like bronze. So I'm interested in figuring out what happened to the content of this spray. It totally have changed its color. So I think it's way over its expiration date. It may even go back as far as 2010. Can you believe it? Then I got these sprays from Dina Weekly, which are mica sprays. Yeah, it's like a coffee glimmer mist. It's not supposed to be this dark. I remember when I bought it, It was like light champagne color, like really nice. These I also got the Dilutions mica sprays. The colors are so bright and so potent. It's difficult for me to work with them. You know, I should just use them on my gel plate. I don't know. It's just a shame that they're just lying here. And then I bought myself some liquid watercolors and made myself this spray. And the shopping part of this was so fun, you know. But okay, I'm gonna show you what I got because you know you can just imagine. First, I go out and then I get myself. I think it was a 16 set of these watercolor pigments that are liquid, right? Then I needed a palette, so I shopped, and then I found this. Let me see. Ooh. Then I found this awesome palette. Back then, it was like, oh, that's new and different. I like it a lot. It's like small containers with a tiny lid, and I think it's so cute, you know, that because of the small containers. But I quickly found out that the containers are not like totally airproof, so whatever you put in dries up. But since it's watercolor and it's liquid, it can be revitalized with water. So I haven't cleaned them out. They're just here. You see, the black is still somehow liquid. But I thought it was so fun to just get a new palette that was different with these small containers. And then it was also fun to shop for these sprayers so I could make my own sprays. And then I just stopped using them. So there was just I just recall that it was more fun setting up, you know, from I received these. There was just more fun setting up in the new palette and then mixing my own sprays and then that was it. And then they got ignored. So I took them out today because I really need to use these sprays. I'm also interested in knowing if the nozzle tip is clogged up. You know, it's been a year or something since I used it. Oh, let me just get this out of the way. But yeah, that's basically the tools that I think I'm gonna limit myself to for this little session. And I think I am able to get something done because I got a lot of water soluble mediums like this and also the crayons and this one. And then we got these mermaid markers that's also water soluble. So as long as it's water soluble, I will be able to mix and do sketch lines and hi and good morning, Anne Laura. You know what, Anne? I haven't done a live for such a long time, and I'm a bit intimidated by it. I think it's a little bit scary sometimes to do live shit streams. So I deliberately went on, you know, so early that I thought that, hey, then nobody is awake, you know. So I'm astonished, you know, to see that some is actually awake. So yeah, I think that I might be able to, you know, use all these things here together in one crazy mix. So now that we went through the supplies, I'm just gonna try and see if I can make space for everything on my table. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do like this and then scoot this over here maybe. And I'm going to work in these small binders because I got super inspired by Kathy Berg and Colleen who are talking about, oh, we should do some art, you know. And I have been working in these binders with drawings, but then I just stopped for some reason. So I got a lot of blank pages. Like this one is like almost like totally empty. So I'm thinking I got inspired by a YouTuber called Mary Ellis. So I'm thinking that I got this board right here. Ooh, I need some colors to kind of kill that white. Okay, I need to raise this camera up. Oh man. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I got a triangle shaped corner table. So the sides of my table, like imagine like I'm sitting on this triangle shaped table. So whatever I clip to the side of my table is skewered or off centered. So I always have this issue that I need to line up things with the camera. But okay, let me get some colors down so the camera won't white out this surface. What can we use? Okay, this is color. What about this one here? That's also color. Yeah, can you see how it helps with the light? So, oh man, that's annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna put it here. And then I'm gonna put maybe this in the center. Oh dang, this okay, I'm just gonna take off my jacket because it's still so new to me that I don't want to get any kind of art supplies splattered on it. Okay, let's see. Hi, Tori. No, it's not Tori, is it? Artful Dabbler. Good morning. Welcome to my stream. Okay, now it's gonna get a little bit crazy. Do you guess how she approached this? She actually, and it just reminded me about being a kid, you know? She just went to town with a crayon, doing a lot of twirls. But before she did so, she kind of picked out a color scheme and she was working. I'm talking about Mary Ellis, the YouTuber who inspired me to work on an abstract sheet that was divided into squares. She actually picked out a color scheme. Like she said, I'm going to work with green and yellow. And I'm thinking because I got 3 rows of paper that I would do like green and yellow up here. And then I love purple, orange, and yellow in the center. And down here, I was thinking blue and orange because blue and orange are like complementary colors. And also purple and the yellow are complementary. But up here, we can have like almost like a monochromatic, like only green. And then the rules I'm thinking is that besides only using these not so much loved or forgotten art supplies, I can also add some white. So depending on what I need the white for, I can grab for either gouache, gesso, or acrylic. And of course, black also. You know, black and white, it's going to be like pick six rules, I think, where black and white is not a part of the colors, but just something that you're allowed to grab for. Okay, to start with, I think I want to use the crayons and then these Dina Wakley crayons also. So, yeah, it's just, I almost got like white paper scare. Ugh. Okay, green up here. So just to begin with, I'm gonna take this green. And oh my god, did you see how it's just crazy? She just did line work like this. I think I'm gonna merge down a little bit of the green down here, just for fun. And then we got two shades of green in the Jane Davenport set. So I'm not gonna be precious about it. I think there is some kind of madness in this abstract way of working. And it's water soluble sticks. Oh my god, you can't even see. Okay, I have to watch out that that camera doesn't get flushed out. Okay, we agreed on purple, yellow down here. So let me just go in with the purple first. Oh, can you see how crazy this is? And I know there is this delicious aubergine in this. Was it blackberry? It was like an aubergine. Eggplant, that was it. In the Dina Wakley set, she's having these two sticks that actually made me buy the whole crayon set. And it was the eggplant and then this blackberry. I don't really know how much line work I need. Again, down here we agreed on blue, which I'm gonna translate. Okay, I forgot the yellow. The yellow. Okay, she's got this cheddar. I think it's fun that you have like two colors when you're working with the crayons. So it's not just one shade of green. You also have like a dark shade of green. I think I want a bright yellow also, just a smidgen. Maybe also up here. Okay, now we got the yellow. Down here, I'm going to convert the blue into something teal because I freaking just love these three colors right here. It's like a turquoise, and then it's a peacock, and then it's just sky. But there's just something really bright about these. And oh, you know what? I could actually also go like a Prussian or indigo. Just sometimes when I work, I forget that I also need that dark contrast. Oh, I'm just gonna go crazy with these. Blue can also work up here, I think. Okay, let me grab that indigo. Was it called night or something? Yeah, this is a night. And then isn't it a marine? Isn't it incredible that I haven't used these sticks for so long, but I can still remember what they're called? And they're called something crazy. It's not like they're called the pigment color names. So it kind of makes me wonder, what important did my brain push out to make room for remembering the names of these sticks? Okay, that was the crayon part. Then I think I should come in with these gel sticks right here. And smearing a little bit with my finger. Now my noodle is just going, my brain is spinning. Are there any of these supplies that don't layer well on top? Like I know I can kill a tip of marker if it get in contact with something really gel sticky like this. So maybe I should think about what kind of supply would be wise to lay down before this gets too dirty. Definitely the markers would not love a surface filled up with the gel sticks or even sprays. I think these mermaid markers are quite durable. I think they can go on top on anything because the pigment is so strong, and I don't even think that I would be able to rinse out the brush tip to reuse the container when it's empty, which actually was one of the purchases decisions for me. Like, oh, it's expensive, but when it's done, I can still utilize a brush pen. I think it would take me like 10 years just to clear out one barrel. Okay, so do we agree that this marker business here had to go down now? I kind of fear it a little bit because marker is more like a sketch line. I think I'm gonna take the chance and then not use the marker now because it's such a potent line, you know, like you can't move it or twist it, and it's so difficult to prolong it in the process to sketch further with it. So I'm just gonna wait. Okay, so let's do the gelatos. And they are like super creamy. Can you see how? Oh my god, it's, yeah, they are really creamy. It's like a lip balm. Let me take a what do we have? I got this I think it's for clay. You see, it kind of crumbles a little bit, so those crumbs, I just smear them out with this silicone stick, so I don't have like a fat chunk of lip balm just right there. I'm wondering what kind of colors do I actually have? Oh, that's a funky one. Yeah, this is like super dark. Okay, I need to watch out that I don't do the look how I'm starting to reproduce the mark makings like I'm doing a series of identical production. That was not, you know, the intended. Oh my god, it just fell out. That was not intentionally. I should just be wild with it. Maybe it needs some yellow. Just okay, that's a cool yellow. Very bright and kind of. Okay, let's try the other yellow over here. Maybe it's super bright. Yeah, that's nice. While I got them out on the table, I'm just gonna take out the blue, just the selection of the blue. Oh, and we forgot down here, I also had to put in orange. Orange. Okay, I'm trying to take out the colors that I think. Okay, let me just leave this out on the table. Okay, we need some purple. Yeah, some of this. Ooh, it's almost. Yeah, it's very weak. I recall that when you put water on this purple right here, it just disappears into nothing. So I think I need maybe this lavender, just a smidgen of that. Oh, what about this? Oh man, this totally reminds me of this stick here. Can you see how you can barely tell the difference? Okay, I need some sort of like an aubergine color. I wish that I had that. I don't. I only got it in stick form. I just think that the aubergine would be like the darkest of what's on the paper. So I just need some marks with this aubergine. Okay, down here we forgot that I wanted also to work with orange. So with the crayon, I'm just gonna add some orange, and it can go up here also. Oh man, it looks so crazy. Oh, that's nice. It's just visually nice to work with that orange color. It's fun with those long strokes, I think. Maybe I should have done more, using my whole body, the shoulder, and not just my arm for this. Maybe that would have given me like a different dynamic. Okay, should we try that? Do I even have like I'm allowed to use black, So let's try with a black stick to do the whole shoulder movement. It's kind of loosen up. Okay, are you ready? It's gonna look crazy. Oh my god. First, let me just squeeze out some of these, if I got some boogers. Oh, can you see how the page is catching? That's a giant booger right there. I'm just gonna mush it out. Maybe a little hint of it up here also. Now I'm basically just cleaning the tool. Well, guys, did you expect me to come on and doing such a mess from the early morning? Okay, enough cleaning. I totally forget to look on chat. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Let's see. Hope everyone is doing well. I see Lena is having fun playing. Yes, just something crazy. Let's see. Yeah, it looks so freeing. She's using a baseball cat holder for the pattern. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should explain for those who just came in. I watched Kathy Burke and Colleen talking about we should do more art in these small binders. And then Colleen, she said, oh, then you could actually tape on the pages on one sheet and work on it all in one. And I adore that idea because most of the things that I have done with like ATCs, the magic is in the cutting, right? Look how cute it is when it's cut down in squares. So I was thinking maybe this is going to be just as cute when when you remove them singularly and they're no longer on this giant sheet. But okay, guys, we have to go in with that big shoulder random, and I have to watch because these papers up here are kind of loosely glued on. Like they're really, really rolling my shoulder here. That was a good one. Okay, I'm just gonna remove the binders a tiny bit because I don't want them to get contaminated. And also this cute calligraphy set, I don't want it to be contaminated. Because guess what? I think it's time for the sprays. So, what do we have? This is my stash of sprays. It's very limited. These two I could use. These two I could use. Not so much this ruby red. No. This tattered mist, I have to try it out. I mean, I have to see how it's way past its shelf time. So it's even been discolored. And then we got the liquid watercolors. We got a green and a blue. And Prussian blue, it will work, it will work. Black, too dark. Pink, no. Yellow, yes. Umber, too dark. Warm yellow. Ooh, I'm gonna have both of those out. And the purple, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I need to shake some of them up. Yeah, I should have used a washi, that's sure. But you know what? I think I'm gonna blast it with my heat gun and see if that can help me remove the tape. I think I shouldn't have used the Scotch tape. It's gonna peel off that paper. Oh, you think the tattered mist is still good? I hope so too. I think I just should get out a baby wipe immediately because some of these nozzles just have to be clogged after all this time. Okay. I'm just gonna line the sprays up over here. You see, I am borrowing my son's laptop, so I think it would be wise to kind of cover up this laptop. Don't you guys think so? So let me find something to cover it up with. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I come to think of that. Can you imagine? Let's see, my tattered mist are at least 6 years old. Oh, you know what? And I think I got this back in 2010. I got it for a scrapbook project. I wasn't even doing art, I was just doing scrapbooking. And I only got one spray, and then I decided that I didn't really know how to utilize it. It's a little bit difficult to use it for scrapbooking. Okay, let me line up the paper. Here we go. Now I am in frame. Yes, okay to go. Green and yellow. Yeah, I'm just gonna baby wipe and see if I can clean up this nozzle. Okay. Oh my god, it still works. Ooh, I like those splotch. How did I do that? It's just dripping, but it looks cool. Okay, now it won't push. Okay, maybe that's the supply saying stop. Pick another color. Ooh, let's try that. Was it like a lemon yellow? It's kind of boring. It's not like it's doing a ton. Maybe it's because it's watercolor, so it's like, yeah, it just looks like somebody peed on it. Hmm. Ooh. Okay, a blue. It's very liquid. The purple. Ooh, it's clogged. Let's see. Then I spray and it hits and everywhere else but the paper. Okay, you want to spray in round circles? Oh my god, that's huge round circles. Look how unpredictable old sprays can get. I think the trick is to always test your sprays. Okay, let's get some pink in here. Okay, super clogged. Did I try this one? No. It's a light turquoise. Mm. I think I solved the mystery. These are not like regular sprays. These are like mica spray. So I think they're more sheer. I was just thinking, spray that it was like whoosh, immediately gonna come with a lot of color. Okay, let's try the watercolor. I'm looking for the purple. Purple. Yeah, purple sure is a little bit on the weak side. Let's try the Prussian blue. Also, okay, now I'm gonna dab off the excess and then come on top of it with the mica glimmer mist because I think it's gonna leave that sheer glimmer, maybe even like an umber, dark umber. But there's a lot of liquid on this paper right now, so I'm just gonna dab some of the worst puddles off. Oh, look how beautiful this turned out to be. I am tempted to let it dry somewhere and then collage with it because I couldn't make such a colored paper myself. I'm so gonna do that, even though it may be a little weird. I think I should heat set it with a heat gun just to calm down the thread in the paper so it won't start peeling up because these sheets are really wafer thin. So I don't know if I can already see now how it's buckling. It's been oversaturated, so let me just blast it with a heat gun. Oh, dang, it's like really wet. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Oh, I'm on early. I hope that I'm not interfering with a stream schedule for you. I I tried to pick today because I don't recall that you are on Saturday mornings. Let's see. Did I miss? Okay, let's go in with this old glimmer mist. I regret shaking it so hard because now I created a ton of bubbles down there. I haven't used this for a long time. But I recall that when it dries, it gives that sheen. Now it won't pump. It's like the container saying, me, do I have to work? I've been hibernating for so long. Ooh, it's gonna look awesome down here at the blue section. There's something cool about umber and blue together. Not so cool up on the purple section, but maybe up here with the green. Ooh, don't you just love that splatter? Oh my god, we should so do splatter on this. Okay, I'm gonna take a crayon and then use a wet brush and do splatters with it. See if it works. I need something dark, right? So up here with the greenish tone, what about this green crayon here from Jane Davenport? I'm just gonna dip the crayon in water also. And then see if I can do some splatter. Okay, and now I can reveal what's the whole goal about this. It's abstract art where you're using negative painting in the end. So what I'm creating right here is actually just a background, and then come in with either white gesso and carve out your drawing, or you can use the gesso to enhance what you're drawing. And the girl that I saw on YouTube, Mary Ellis, I put her name in the title of this stream. She had fun making teapots, and I thought, what a lovely idea of creating a bunch of pots, vases, and, oh my god, there was a lot, and teapots, and then switch between highlighting the teapots in white gesso, and the gesso, or if you're using like gouache or something, will pick up the paint that's lying underneath it. So it won't be like white. It would be like a discolored um like it won't be like bright. I think you can control it a little bit with the amount of gesso that you're using. Down here I should totally have some darker splotch, like this it's called a marine. Oh, can maybe I should even have gone like black, because it doesn't really show up much. I just think that I would avoid using too much black because it kind of kills a lot of things. Oh, that was a lot of water. So maybe I should, I'm just going to pick up this water right here. Maybe instead of black, I should use this dark marine up here. Okay, it gave it, I'm just going to go all the way with this dark marine. can't stop. Oh my god, it's like if I had a hammer every day. This is just so fun to make splatter like this. It's been like eons since I've done splatters like this with a crayon. It's like an old technique belonging to what, 2018 or something. But the bad thing is that I end up with a super wet surface once more, and this time I cannot blot it off because then I would ruin the shape of the round splats. So I'm just gonna heat a little bit and then gently dip it with some kitchen towel to take off the worst. So heat gun once more. Let's see. Yeah, indigo would be perfect, Rhonda. Let's see. Embrace the process. Yes. Hi, Brenda, by the way. Welcome to my stream. Hmm. Let's. Ooh, I have almost no space to put down my. Okay. Heat gun. Okay. It's still a super like fragile is a good word. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm just gonna put the camera down to some of the pieces of paper so we can examine it. Because I got a very funky picture. Can you see right there? Like, no, it's not really showing up on camera, but I got this, like it's bubbling. Can you see that? And I think the reason for why it's doing like that, and it's very likable, don't get me wrong. Let me get the focus back. Focus. I think it's because some of the products that I used must have had some wax in it. Okay, there we got the focus back. Some of the products must have had some wax going on in it. So it's kind of resists stuff. So let's just experiment more with that by using the wax crayons. Oh, this is a nice one. Where can I put it? I'm just gonna hold it. Oh man, that was a weak one. Some of these from the supermarket are like super weak. Like they don't pack a punch when you make a mark with them. Okay, the top layer of this paper right here, I just used double-sided tape on the back so they're easy to peel off. Oh my god, look at that! And then this middle section here, I'm just taping the top and the bottom from it. And it's going to be so exciting to see if I'm able to release the tape without totally just tearing off the paper. And then we got this row down here where they are taped in squares, like you would tape in squares when you watercoloring something, you know. Okay, up here it's like I need that dark purple up here. Can you see how I need some sort of this crayon is just scratching off what's on the surface, seems like. I even poked a hole right here. I need some sort of contrast maybe. But maybe that will come when we start sketching. Okay, it's still super wet. So why don't we throw more wet on this and see if the paper can take it? I'm after some dark values here because dark values give you something, you know. So I am looking at my stash of mermaid markers. There got to be a dark purple somewhere. Is it this one? Deep sea, I think that's blue. Strange how Jane Davenport don't have like a dark purple. I would have sworn that would be one of the colors. Okay, let's just go in with one. Oh man, I need to start them up again. And I do that by pushing. It says push here, and then you do that, and then suddenly it just comes out. Ugh. Is it working? Okay, I need to start it up. I've not been using this for a very long time. And I'm just pumping. Okay, I'm gonna dip it in water. I just dipped the tip in water. See if that helped a little bit. So that the tip is kind of wet and moist. Maybe. Oh man, guys, use your stuff because some of it don't like just sitting. Seriously, I can just tell that there's like nothing coming out of this. I think it's because there is this thing inside the nozzle that releases. So I'm just gonna smash it to the table for a second. You see, my approach is first being nice, then violent. So if it helps to throw it on the ground to release that plastic thing. Okay, we ain't got time for this. We'll just grab another one. Hopefully this one here. You can use a paintbrush in your sprays. Just pop the lid off. Oh yeah. Or you can just do streaks with the, you know, when you unscrew this. You can just like, oh, you can't even see from my arm. You can, do like this. That was actually a fun idea. Thanks for the tip, man. I'm going to town with it. Okay, back to the battle of this. Oh man. It's also a bit sad. Okay, this one looks like it's working. It's a bit sad having a supply like this just go old on you. I'm scribbling here. Oops. Okay. A green one, she's got this one called Byron Bay, which is such a lovely, lovely ink. Push. Oh, it works. Yeah, I want to come out and play. Okay, I should really let all of this dry up. Maybe some yellow. Can't seem to stop. Oh, it's a fun yellow. Hopefully it will pop. my God, but I need to stop soon because I have to sketch on this paper, so I need it to kind of dry up somehow. Now the tip is dirty. I'm just cleaning off the nozzle. Yeah. I am thinking that, she also did stamps on it. I'm not gonna go crazy with stamps, but I'm looking at my desk. What did we use? We used the gelatos, the sprays, the oil pastels. Uh, I still have not used the calligraphy set. Ooh. Okay, I got an idea. You know what, guys? We're gonna stamp on this, and then we're gonna put that aside, and then we're gonna try and see how this calligraphy set works by releasing the ink and stuff, and then do our sketching with this ink. Is that a good plan or not? Um, I'm just gonna go like really low mellow with a script stamp because that's what she did. So I'm just gonna copy Mary Ellis because she kind of knew what she was doing. And I have this Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I could have picked colored ink, but I won't because I think my stamp is going to get contaminated by touching all this. So I don't want to transfer any of these pigments over to my stamp pad. Okay, randomly, and I don't think it didn't even come off. Oh yeah, it did. It's just so transparent. Oh my God. That was random. Dropping the stamp on top of it doesn't get more random than that. I can see it, but then I can't. You know what I mean? Is there something wrong with this ink? Is it like too... Okay, I'm gonna try and find a juicier ink pad. Oh my God. I can't even think where that should be. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the distress purple and see. You know what? I don't think that it's the ink that's something wrong with. I think the stamp is just tiny. Even though it looks like it's supposed to deposit a ton. But it is kind of depositing stuff. Okay, we're gonna try with another stamp. I just want to see some stamped images. What else do we have here? Okay, I got this. I was gifted this from CB actually, and it got these film strips. It's a Tim Holt stamp set, and it got this. A lot of tiny scripture and also a film strip. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I should go black on that. I am shaking the whole camera and table and everything. I'm really putting my muscles into this artwork here. Okay, not really a success with this stand. So I think I'm gonna gently lay away the stands. I am looking at the paper and I'm discovering a thing that's very likable. Remember when I took the advice in chat? Who was it? Oh my god, how can I already forget? I'm getting so old. Okay, I don't dare to scroll up if I lose anything. But I unscrewed this and then painted with the last tip, that's been lying in the mica, in like a big lake of mica, and it resulted in this. Can you see how the mica just deposited a thick layer? That was worth trying again. So I think I'm gonna try it again. See if I can just grab some of that mica that's lying on the bottom of this spray container. Let's do it with this one. It's been standing still for so long. So let's just see if we can get. I didn't notice it when I applied it, but when it's drying up, it just leaves that residue of mica standing on top of the page. Oh my god, this is getting more and more trashy. It looks so classy when Mary Ellis did it on her YouTube channel, but she's also like super talented, but it just looks so classy. You know what I mean? Like you could immediately see abstract, like hint of a cool abstract being born on her sheets. So I was thinking like, oh, it's a shame to cover it up, but I don't get that same vibe with mine. I think mine are like a little bit, too much, but I just can't help myself. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's much mica in this one, and maybe the pigment is just so sheer. Or maybe it's shaken up and the mica has not landed in the bottom yet. Okay, I'm just going to drop this. Okay, let's put this aside and then work on the ink thing. And then we can always heat set this if it doesn't look like it's been drying up. Okay, ta-ta. A gift from my mother-in-law. She went to Beijing in China and came back home with a lot of stuff. Among those things were this calligraphy set. It's always been puzzling me a little bit what this little cocaine spoon is for, but I think it's for putting water in this porcelain tray and then transporting the water over to this ink mixing stone block, because you need like small amounts of water. You don't need a lot. So it can be a little bit difficult to control the water you have. So let me just go and fill this up with some water. I think I have some clean one over here. Okay. Then you take more water than that. Oh man. I wish Dee Dee was here so she can tell me what to do. I think Dee Dee got this all figured out. But first you wet the stone. Or maybe you just do it up here, actually. Up here in this area here. So the ink that you make will fall down in this puddle down here. Let me see if there's anybody in chat who knows. Call the water spoon. It is. It looks like. Okay, I should have called it something else. I should have called it a magical spoon. It's good for magicals. Oh my god. Um. Let's see. It's a Zen calming process. Brenda says. Oh, I think without being sure that I just have to dissolve. And this is a stick of ink. And my mother-in-law told me that she visit manufacture of these sticks. Some of these dries for 6 months. You know, the ones that are in these tourist kits. They dry for 6 months and then they're ready to be sold. But they have ink on sticks that's more than 100 years old. And can you imagine the price of that? But yeah, I can really feel how I'm not getting like it's a little bit stressful. I'm totally doing this the wrong way. You probably should have made a cup of tea, put the kids to bed, and then go in slow circular motions while being grateful that you have spare time to sit and do this ink. Like it's a luxury. You don't have to work, being so grateful that you're having a day off and you can sit and produce your own ink. Maybe that's how it is. I'm keep pushing it, like the harder I squeeze, the faster it will go, but I can kind of feel that you need a light touch. Like you need it to dance on top of the water. Otherwise you're just doing like stone against stone. Yeah. Okay. Test paper. Let's see if it actually did produce some sort of ink. Should I wet this first? I'm going to. Okay. Oh my god, it works. It's working. Let's see how it dries up. Oop. Okay. We need to let it dry to see how if it's gonna lose its opaqueness while it dries up. And of course, I think it's not permanent because we made it by using water, right? So why would it be permanent? But let's just test it. Oh my god, it's permanent? It's permanent, guys. It's just my brush that got something blue in it. Okay, not there. It's just not totally dry. That makes no sense because we made it using water and then it's permanent when it's dry. Did it bleed through the paper? Let's see. I'm just gonna blot off the worst. I've got some puddles here. This is very thin Tomari River paper. So there is a slightly ghosting, but it's cheating because it's that Japanese Tomari River paper. So it is kind of made to carry ink well. So I don't think that it's bleeding through. Oh, oh my god. I just closed the book. Whoop. It's not bad. Okay, that's a fun one. I can't even tell that I used the stick. I mean, you can't even see that I grinded up ink. Okay, this is fun. Now let's try and grind up a puddle. Some more. Okay, I can see why you need this spoon because 2 spoonful kind of filled up this area up here. And then I'm not squeezing, I'm just gently moving it, not pressing it. Oh my god, I can't even imagine Patty having a temperament to sit and make her own ink. It would drive her nuts. It would be like anti-zen for a person like Patty to have to sit and prep her inks like this. But oh my god, now it's perfect. I can't explain it, but when it has released some sort of ink, it feels like you're grinding cream. Like it gets a thicker consistency, and it's actually pretty nice to just a nice feeling, and you don't get that noise from the stone. Okay. Okay, we got ink. We got ink, people. Now we need to draw with it. Okay, back with the. Oh my god, I don't know how much scent there is over all these small items on the table. It's kind of stressful in a way. And I'm just gonna put it there and over here with the water. Oh, a disaster is going to happen soon. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, we got this ink. I hope it won't evaporize quickly because, guys, we need to sketch on top of this. I'm just gonna blast it with a heat gun just to heat set it. Oh, I just read record of chat. You got a set with red ink? Oh wow! I can imagine that it is like an awesome. I should use that set more. It's just a fun way of making your own ink. I think I can sketch on top of this without tearing the paper up totally. Okay. So what the hell do you do on papers like this? What the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna start here because I feel comfortable about this small area down here. Okay, let's just sketch a teapot. Like, oh my god, can you see how this China marker just goes on top of all of this? Like, no problem. No problem, Lena. Where do you want that mark? We'll do it. Okay, I'm just gonna sketch a teapot. And this is a tester, the first tester, right? So it's like making pancakes. The first pancakes always turn out a little bit crazy. The same with this. Okay, and then the table behind the teapot. There's a lot of real estate up here. So how about putting in the top of a vase maybe? Because I just got so much space up there. 1, 2, and now I need a third item. How about a window sill here? Otherwise there was like a ton of space up here. Okay. The plan is now to get some white, either gouache or gesso, preferably something that's water soluble, so that the underlying medias would kind of mix with it. So I'm gently gonna try with some, what should we use? Let's just take gesso. Oh, I switched my mind. I happen to have a tube of gouache. It's just white gouache. So let's just take that and make ourselves a palette over here. I think I'm gonna work with like a small brush, like this one. Okay, of course the outside of the window would be white. And I'm gonna use a little bit of water. It's going to be abstract, so no rules, right? It is what it is. Okay, that was the window, and now I'm gonna make I'm gonna just gently take the whole background out so that the teapot got the texture of the paper as its pattern. I see that it's fun to use this either gesso or gouache for this because I'm not totally stressing out about it drying out on the palette. You know, if I have squeezed out some acrylic, I would be stressed about the acrylic drying out because I can already now tell that you're gonna need a lot of thinking breaks, you know, like pauses, because you know, you can't just wing it quickly. It's like a bit of monochromatic painting, like you got the white to be expressive with. So how are you gonna solve that? Like I need it's like I need it's like I need a secondary color for especially the details like the handle on the teacup and the lid. You know, it would just be nice to have something else to work with here. Okay, now I'm just gonna test what happens if I just use like clear water. Because we do have this table surface here that's coated in a lot of product. So I'm just using clear water here. Okay, you kind of get the pic. Oh, I almost took this up to show to the camera and not thinking about I had this ink right here. I'm just gonna bring the camera as far down as I can. Can you kind of get the idea? Like, this is the texture of the paper. This is just a tinted background, and these are the items that I want to paint. And then now I'm coming in with the oh, I got the a second value, which is this ink right here. First, I'm just gonna enhance this window frame, and then maybe use the dark value to produce some sort of shades. Oh my god, am I screwing this up? Whoa. Okay, I'm letting go of the camera. It won't really stay in position. Can you see the madness behind this? Maybe I should whiten out the, the corner of this window up here just to give it. As soon as this gesso or acrylic or even gouache dries up, it's gonna pick up some of the underlying color. So it's gonna dry up in a different color than when you apply it. Okay. Can you use the calligraphy ink for shading? Oh, also, my dear. Yes. Uh, you see the madness with it? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got like 15 more to go, people. I don't know if I'm gonna do all 15 today, but let's try one more. That was fun, right? Let's try the a vase. Like oh no, no, no. A glass of wine and a bottle of wine. How about that? I adore how this China market just don't give a damn and draw on everything. How can I have neglected such a cool art supply for so long? Okay, here we got a bottle with a label on it. I'm gonna put the table up high here. Okay. I think this time I'm going to let the table be like here the table was dark, right? Here in this case I'm gonna whiten out the table. Uh, it's very tiny. It might be a little bit too for my taste. I mean, abstraction needs space to fold itself out on. So maybe the substrate of the paper, is the size of it is too stingy. Like maybe I should have had like bigger paper. I definitely think if you're gonna try this at home, I would recommend like do use a larger square than this because it's gonna be some fiddling, tiny, and it's a little bit annoying to work like this, I think. Okay, and now we're gonna use the calligraphy ink to darken the background, I think. But I definitely got a bottle. I'm totally holding my breath. I love how this calligraphy can I say that 1,000 times? Let's just call it ink. I like how the ink looks like it's transparent, so it still reveals what's going on in the background. Let's see. You can first see it when it's dried up, then you get the true look of it. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with a heat gun so we can see how that ink is behaving. Oh my god, yeah. Can you see how the ink is still see what's going on behind the ink? It just added a lot of shade. Oh man, this is funny. Oh, I'm sorry for getting you guys so wonky. Looks awesome, amazing how it just comes to life, and then I'm only using two tricks, which is white and black, like pushing back and forth. Okay, guys, we have to do something up here also. I see we could maybe make a vase. Is it called a vase? And then some flowers. How about that? So if I give myself like a really chubby vase. Oh my god, how do you pronounce it? Okay, now the hard part is to utilize the colorful background as the petals of the flowers, right? So we're talking a lot of negative painting. Oh my god, I think I can't even sculpture it with a pencil. I need to go in. I simply just need to push my luck and go in and make the shapes with a brush. So first, I just kind of know that all the edges are gonna be white. So let me just get that in first. A little bit of water. Okay, white edges, right? Yeah, it's easy when you think what you have to do, but doing it is I can feel that I'm getting a little bit tense, like how is this going? Okay, I'm gonna use the black ink to do some of the negative painting inside the flower bouquet. Why did I have to pick out flowers? And this is where I think it's a little bit difficult having to cover up something that I find is pleasing to look at, like that randomness. But we just have to trust that we can make it again. So so it doesn't become like too precious. Oh my, this is going to be like really tough. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the black. And see if it can help me carve out. I just need a few things that will remind us of flowers before the brain kind of helps us translate this whole mess into a bouquet. Like if the brain can't really make anything out of it, we're in trouble. And since I don't have any like green leaves or anything, I could cheat, just add the green. I'm gonna go in with clear water on the table of the vase just to see what happens. I'm not sure that the table should. I'm just gonna dip into the ink. Ooh, am I getting in trouble with this Chinese thing here? I'm just gonna dip into the ink. I want to make my table a little bit darker. I'm thinking that um, with the China marker, I'm just gonna hit it. He said it. I can barely talk and think at the same time. Okay, what we got here is an asymmetric vase. I'm just gonna not care for that. It's not completely symmetric. I'm not gonna care for that. And then I am just enhancing some of the dark areas here. And then I'm gonna have to decide where the light is coming from. And if I say that the light source is this way up here, I'm just gonna hit some of these areas with some light. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's okay. It's my mess. As good as it's gonna get. I think flowers was a difficult one, but I love the idea of using the totally strange paper as the flower. I think I should even darken up more the table because it it kind of makes the vase. Can I say that word correctly? It gotta make the vase pop the darker the table is. Yeah, it is. There's something very asymmetric wrong with this. I don't want to lose that speck of light right there. So it's just gonna stay a bit asymmetric. Hi, Dad. Oh my God, I didn't even know that my hubby wasn't home. what a what a sweet wife I am. I didn't even know he left. I have to warn him when he walks in that I'm live streaming. That was a tough one. Some white splatters. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna try that, and I'm just gonna use that gouache I got here. See if I can. I'm just gonna warn you. He's probably coming in and saying hello in a second. Or maybe he can hear that I'm talking with myself. He probably can figure out. Yes, yes, yes. And this white splatter is awesome. Great idea. It's just what it needed. That kind of subtle. Hopefully, I'm hoping that it will dry like that. Look how magical it became with the white splatter. It really looks like a rose, and what a great call, Anne. I keep getting annoyed about how wonky this is, but I'm gonna leave it. Hej Lars, jeg streamer. Jeg vidste ikke, det var gået, mand. He's just gonna feed himself, so it's gonna be a little bit noisy. Okay, that was a difficult one. Okay, I think I'm gonna wait with making flowers for a while. Let's do the teapots. They were kind of, approachable, possible. We got this. I can just pick one. I should pick one where my arm is not resting on what we have done here. So is this dry? Okay, I'm just gonna put a paper or something over here. There we go. Okay, let's make another teapot because they were kind of easy, you could say, simple. So first I want to make like a teacup on a plate, and then the kettle on the back. Man, that's a very that's a very busy background. Okay, this is the handle of the kettle, right? And then we better put in the table so it's not like floating in the air. Man, that's a very, very busy background. What do you guys think? Shouldn't I like black it out? Like put dark over all of this? Because it's so busy? Or white? Okay, what do you think? White or dark? Is it up to me? Okay, I'm just gonna try with white because I think I can lift it off. Okay, listen, guys. I think because I'm using gouache, that if I regret, I can lift it off and get a second chance with the dark ink. Or I can just first tint it in a somewhat cohesive color, if you could say that so, and then always come on top of the white with dark if I change my mind. Yeah, I like that it's so versatile, like you can shift gears if you think that should we be so fancy to call it values? If you think that you picked the wrong choice of value, you can change your mind and then pick, make it even, just change your mind. Okay, now I'm really quiet. I'm sorry for being so quiet. I think this is so tiny. I regret that it's not on a larger piece of paper, but you could say that because it's so tiny, it becomes so cute, right? But I think it's difficult to work with because it's so tiny. Okay, let's come in with some ink, and it evaporated. Can you see how it just evaporated? I think you can revitalize some of it, but let's just make some more ink. I would go nuts if I only had this style of ink. But it is kind of fun, you know. I kind of feel that I am like making my own. Oh my god, I want to splatter with this. Okay, before I make even more of it, let's just see how well it splatters. Is it fun, Rhonda? Oh, that's great. CK art. Oh my god, excuse. Is it you, Colleen? Perfect. Okay, for those guys who don't know it, I'm just we all know it, but if there is like one soul coming into my tiny channel and don't know it, CK Art is the Colleen that I was talking about, who was working with these tiny binders and had that awesome idea that we should do artwork on these pages, and it could be glued down on a surface so you could work on multiple pages at once. So welcome, Colleen. Let's see. Wow, I got you, Mom. Great to see you. Oh, hello, Christopher. Hi. What time is it in your country? Okay, we're gonna do try and do the splatters with that homemade ink. See how it does. It does well. I mean, it's not like it comes out. It comes out with tiny specks, and I think it's because I'm very cheap. I don't like over saturate the brush. I like the way that it gives some sort of a vintage tiny specks feeling to it. I would just use it like I'm doing here on the vase on the darker side, the lower level of the vase. Oh my god, I need to learn how it's pronounced to give it like light up here, dark down here. But okay, back to making more of this ink. Water and then grinding. Let's see. Good morning, Dar. Welcome to my stream. Um, I hope that I'm not overlapping someone else's time. You see, I just turned on the camera. Didn't want to do it yesterday because I think Mary Atelier is streaming Friday mornings in morning for you guys. So that's why I picked Saturday, but I'm not sure if I am interfering with someone's stream time. Okay, I'm just totally gonna go in up here and then carve out the table because I used the light value for the wall. So now I'm just gonna let's carve out that teapot. And I just love how this ink allows the background to sheen through. Look how sloppy I am. I'm like not even being precise with anything. It's very liberating working like that. Oh my god, I got like this strand that's just cheap brushes. I wish I could speak, man. Cheap brushes that loses hair. I mean, life is too short for that. But since this is a set that's gifted and it's got some history, I'm gonna let it slide. Now I got the problem, you could say. I don't like that white speck because it's some sort of a faux highlight that doesn't really belong there because it just doesn't. So I'm just gonna go in with clear water and see if I can pick up colors and then remove that highlight or dress it down. And then maybe with the help of this wet brush, I can also enhance that handle a bit more, maybe. Yeah, I find that because we used water soluble art supplies, you get a second chance when you need to manipulate a little bit with them later on. Oh my god, I need to get away from this. Okay, whew. Let's try the white specks because that would be awesome. I definitely think that's a cool recipe. Like, go in with white and then black and then end it off with some sort of splatters. So let's try the white splatter up here. Why won't it come off? Woo, that was a little bit too much. Yeah, you can easily get like too heavy overhanded because the substrate is so small. Um. Oh, what's going on in chat? Oh, thank you, Rhonda, for putting in other people's channel. You guys are so sweet, man. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, Rhonda. I didn't even think that you were only mod here. Oh, you're so sweet. This community is just so embracing. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? I know it's too early in this process, but I'm really thinking, is it possible to get that stupid tape out of the what we did? So now I'm so lucky that these up here where I use double-sided tape on the back, I can lift off easily. I got one drawing done on each row so we can test it out. So this one is taped down with double-sided tape on the back of the paper. And the paper is like wafer thin, right? I can just easily tear it off. Maybe, okay, some of the paper are coming off, but it's also super wet. Maybe it would be a smarter move if I have heat set it. Let me just dry it. Okay, the paper in these binders are just super skinny. I think they're even skinnier than papers from like copy paper or something. This paper here is attached very thinly with the tape on the top. So now it's going to be exciting to see if I can lift it. And since I used a long strip of tape, I'm just going to cut with a craft knife and release the tape. And I used like strong scotch tape. I think I could have reduced this tackiness if I had let it tap off on my cloth so it would pick up some fabrics so the tape wouldn't be so tacky. But definitely for sure, a smart move would have been to use washi tape, right? But I wasn't really smart when I did this. Oh my god, look. It looks like it's going to release it. Now I just need to release it down here. My trick in my sleeve is also to wait until the paper is super dry and then come on top of it with the heat gun so you can melt the glue in the tape and hopefully it will release faster. Oh, look how cute this is. Okay, now for the most exciting one. I think it's those down here because those down here I treated like I would with watercolor paintings where you use washi tape to mask off a frame. And of course, we don't know if it wants to release the tape at all. So let's try. Okay, I'm gonna heat set this like a freak just to make sure that it's absolutely dry. Okay, I'm just gonna be gentle. Patience. I got some sand built up inside of me after making that ink. Oh my god, it's just coming off. Okay, it's coming off. I'm sitting with it in my hands. Now what? I wish I remember which layer I did first, maybe. Okay, we're gonna take it easy. Nice and easy. It is eating up a little bit of the paper, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I freaking hope that this works because I love that white border. And especially on something that looks like a miniature painting, I just think it would be adorable to have that white edge. I'm kind of relieved that I did not mess up the punched holes, so it will be able to return to the binder. Okay, it worked. Oh my god, it freaking worked. It's adorable. Okay, now let's get it in the binder so we see how it looks inside the binder, right? Okay, this is that page. Isn't it awesome? It's just like a piece of, I don't know, artwork. And then this is the page where I just got a slight edge on top. And I didn't even tape down the long sides, the margins, or what's it called? So it's like an edge to edge painting, also likable. And this is like totally edge to edge, top to bottom, wall to wall painting. This is how that would look in the binder. Oh, that is so cute. So wall to wall, a little bit top, and then framed. Oh my god, that's adorable. Look at the back of it. Look at the back side. I love that you don't have to do anything on the back of it because it's so contaminated with what you put on top of it, so you don't need something to go on the opposite side of the page. Oh, it looks like it's marbled. Like a marble kit. This is so funny. I love the dishes you painted. Oh, thank you. Those would be beautiful business card. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, you're right, and I wouldn't have anticipated that it would look nice either because it looks so random. Like, let's take this bastard off down here and see how it will come off. But I think there's something magic going on when we're making ATCs, and you cut things out, you know, making it just makes something to things when it's been cut out. Because these crazy movements I did with the crayons, making these strokes, I would never have done that if I was just working on the page in the book. So it was a call that Colleen immediately was thinking about. Hey, we should take them out and then work with them in a cluster. I'm getting all excited peeling off this edge tape. There's something wrong with me. This is like the highlight of my day. But oh my god, it just looks presented so much nicer when it got that tiny frame. So I'm a sucker for doing it when I'm watercoloring. So that's why I want to bring that over to these tiny sheets. Okay, it sticks everywhere. This is that one. Look how cute. Okay, let's put it in the binder. Oh my god, it looks so professional. It looks like I know what I'm doing. Look, because the colors matches the color of the binder. So if you want something similar, you could like work in the colors of the binder and it looks more cohesive. But look at that tiny artwork. Oh, I love it. It reminds you of a Suzanne. Oh my god, I'm swallowing. I'm so proud. Thank you. I think it's super cute. And I love the way, because the paper is so wafer thin, I love the way that it gets like this marbled back texture of it. So it's more finished, when you're flipping in your journal, you don't have like this blank space here. Oh man, this is addictive. And we only did 3. We have like 12 more to go or something. What time is it? How long have I been on? Maybe it's time for me to sign off. 2 hours. Okay, I'm gonna make one last one and then I'm gonna sign off. Um, I am thinking, what could we make? Should we try and make like an eye? Not we made like things, but let's try and make an eye out of, maybe it won't be okay. Let's go crazy. Make an eye out of this purple. Just to see, I'm just curious how crazy it will look. Or maybe we could make like a face, like a face coming out. Because we kind of know now that pots and pans and teapots would look super cute. But how about animals and like human? And we got the nose right here. And we got some lips. And then we have to decide somehow how the hair is going to be. Maybe it could be like some strands. I'm just gonna do suggestions of hair. Maybe just some wild, like this. Okay, I think that I am sitting a little bit. Where did my brush go? Oh, okay, it's over here. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just totally quiet. Let's definitely go for that dark background. Oh my god, that ink is already dried up. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with a wet brush and see, will it come back to life? It must be dried up in the stone, so it must still be there, right? Okay, we got somewhat of a darker background, and it's gonna dry up. And then we got this. Now I need to be careful because not everything have to be white on this face, right? Ooh, that was a wet brush. Gouache don't in general like to be too wet, then it becomes out of control to work with. No, that's better. I'm just gonna try and block in the skin and then kind of hope that the gouache will pick up some of the underlying colors so it won't be drying like white. And then I think that I should try not. Oh, why did it become so black right there? I think it's because I hit the China marker. I don't know what I hit. I hit something that was completely dark. Now it's got like a really scary look at the moment, but don't worry. It's just the ugly face, like whenever sometimes when you work, it doesn't really look where you how you want it to look, but you just keep on layering and then suddenly it's there. I want to keep some of that eyeshadow. And then I need more white for the eyes. And this is where I think that the substrate is too tiny. It's a little bit annoying working so small. Okay, we're gonna let that dry before I can go in and work on top of it. And then she had an ear right here. I'm sorry for not looking at chat. I'm trying to make this look somewhat. And then chin. Okay, I think I'm gonna dry it with the heat gun. Okay. Oh my god, you guys are coming with so many cool suggestions, like mushrooms and an old shoe. And, oh, I could totally see that you could do like old things because you got that patina from the paper. I think what I would do um, is that if I had stamps, I don't have a nice collection of stamps, but I could totally see that you could stamp on stuff and then just work with the stamped image. My stamps are like really weird. I mean, my collection of stamps is just like Happy Easter, Merry Christmas, get well soon, that those kind of stamps. I don't really have like faces and cool stuff. I more got like sentiment stamps somehow. Yeah, she's a little bit spooky, I know, but at least she's there. Maybe a little bit white here. It's just like working with Poscas, like you add on a line and then you come back and then your Posca white brightness is gone because it's got soaked up. The same with this gouache application. Okay, I'm gonna stop there and then same with the ink actually. Like you can see how the darkness just disappeared. Oh my god, it's got like another strand of hair. Come on, brush. But let's try and dry it up and see what how it is. Hi, Safian, welcome. Yeah, it drives me bonkers with that Posca. Also because sometimes you get that perfect dot, especially when it's highlights in eyes. You feel like you got like one shot to get it right, and then you get it right in that one application, and then you come back 10 minutes after, and it's like reduced to something. So you need to go back in and get lucky one more time, which is, universally impossible. So, white acrylic ink is what some people swear to, like liquid shape from the Liquitex. But I'm not good at finding such a fine tipped brush and then just use that Liquitex acrylics instead of the Posca. Okay, I can't wait to release this paper and put it in the journal. So, I know it's not like completely dry, but I just can't wait. So, oh, sticky. So this is. She looks spooky. She looks like she's got something bloody running, like a bloody nose or something. Let's see if we can fix that with some white. It just looks totally like she's had something running from her nose. Maybe I made it even worse. Oh man, what did I do right there? Okay, quickly dry it. Okay, and now for the last details, you need that the. I think it's easier to go in with a craft knife to get that white highlight in the eye. I'm just scraping it off with the knife instead of pushing my luck. Oh my god, then I scraped through the paper. Can you really? I made a hole in the paper. Okay, not a good idea to scrape on that thin paper. Okay, for those of you who just came in, I have given myself a limit supply of stuff that I haven't used for quite a while in my room. So I dragged out some items, and those are the only thing that I'm using. So even now, where I'm really tempted to take a white Posca and give me that reflection, I have to work with what I just got, which is kind of fun in itself. Sometimes it's just fun to be limited like that. Okay, here she is. She looks a little bit sad. If you want to make her cheer up, you can do a shadow right here with the lips end. And look, now it looks like she's smiling. There is just a little trick. So, random hair strand. I think she's ready to go in the book. This is such a cute binder. Oh my god. It was gifted to me by Kathy Berg. It is so cute. Look at the awesome backside of the page. Yeah, I like it a lot. But yeah, it takes time to make these tiny. You can't just like wing it in half an hour. I think you need to sit and puzzle with them for a while. So, but definitely the fun shape like teacups and vases and pots and you know coffee mugs and stuff could be fun. I think it's more difficult when you try to do like flowers, or we learned that faces also is a little bit tricky because the substrate is so small. So suddenly you just got a tiny area to do an eye and a lip. So you're just making it harder for yourself. So, but thank you guys for stopping by with me this morning. I hope that you're gonna have a wonderful weekend. I'm sorry for not attending chat so much, but I was just totally soaked up in this creative process. So let's see, Joanne Craft carries. I'm not sure if they ship to you. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. It was fun. Okay, I'm glad that you guys had a good time. I did. So, but look at this wonderful mess. I still want to finish off these, but I think it just takes so long time. So I'm just gonna have fun with them. And then next time I stream, I can flip through my tiny binder and show you the result. It's so cute because it's so tiny. Everything looks good when it's just scaled down and tiny. Yeah, this was really fun. What an awesome idea. So, yeah, thank you. Um, So I'm just gonna say bye bye now. And somewhere in this mess is my mouse, so I can can see it's hiding right there, so I can end the stream. But if you go back to the beginning of this stream, you will see me present the supply that I worked with today and why I picked it and stuff like that. So, yep. Have a nice weekend. Yes, God bless you all. Bye bye. I can't even move my mouse, so here we go.